All right. Jeep is stashed in a safe place, hiding as a mild-mannered worker's vehicle in an industrial building, in the industrial plant that we're going to be stealth camping at today. Still seems some other vehicles over there. Anyways, so this is it's an industrial. They're working on it behind me up that street. They're working on the they're putting new warehouses in. They're always putting new warehouses in all over this place, but trying to get across the street, there are some people that are going around. I don't know who they are, on a little dirt bike and 4x side by side. It's not a golf cart, but it's like the newer version, like off-road golf cart. So trying to get out of here before they come around the corner. I'm timing it. If I timed it right, I should be okay. I'm hoping. There's no windows on this side of the building, so I'm thinking I should be okay. Oh, sorry. Mixing up the road. We're going for that stand of trees behind me over here. I think I did time it right. They're behind me. I waited for him to drive by so that I could get in here without them seeing me getting in here. So, we're about to make the edge of the parking lot. It's late on a Thursday, so I gotta be to work early in the morning. But this is close by my work, so this should work out. I should be able to save drive time. It's right over by the nook of a highway, but the highway is like raised. It's above us, and there's like a bridge. And there's a train track there, so don't know if I'll be able to have a campfire, but I'm hoping. I brought the gas grill, jet boil, whatever it's called, the Ozark Trails thing, so I can boil water. This is what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna get the water boiled. They have a instant meal, and I got a special treat. Well, for myself. I mean, you get to watch, but you can see the area that I'm in here. There's the highway's right over there. The beer for tonight, or here's a hint for you. I'm gonna break into the beverage center. All right. This is where I'm gonna go in. Hold on. Right this way. Spot I'm looking at is it's between that tree there and this tree here. It's kind of like open a little bit, but it's covered by the trees, and then there's like all those trees behind over there. So, but it's a nice little spot. It's got pretty thick cover on this side. Over here on this side is the railroad tracks. Over here on this side, you can probably hear it. That's the road, that highway there, and then the industrial park is behind me over here. So, and there's a bunch of tree cover between me and out there, so. But first, I want to get this place cleaned up a little bit and set up the bivvy, because that's what we're going to be sleeping in tonight, is the bivvy. So let's get that taken care of. All that work has worked up a thirst. And so, out of the beverage center, as promised, I swung by on my way to New Hampshire, where I did some camping on some islands. But I stopped by a Wegmans right in the middle of Rochester, and I went in and I grabbed me 2 4-packs of Space Kitty. So without further ado, let's get into that. This one, first one of the day, to Kevin from Small Plots for turning me onto this double IPA. This is good stuff. I don't care what Kevin says about cat pee. And I don't want it to get warm, so. Wisconsin Huggy. All right, let me set that down there. Move that back up. Now, because it is a work night, I'm not gonna really like have a bunch of those. But I did want to have that one special just for this video, because a new season of camping has begun, and I wanted I wanted to have, you know, one of my videos have a nice inaugural like conclusion where there was continuity from some other thing that I did. Right? I got the beer, and you saw that I had the beer here. So I haven't eaten all day, so I am starving. So I'm gonna bust out the propane burner, and I'm gonna boil up some water to fix tonight's dinner. Okay, so I wanted it to be quick and easy, and I hadn't tried one of these before, but this is a Peak Refuel. I saw this when I was at the Bass Pro, and I thought it looked tasty, and I figured it would be easy. You just boil the water and put it in there. This is a backcountry bison bowl, and it says it's got beans and bison and buttermilk biscuits and a creamy sauce. What could go wrong? Brought my water canteen, and this has attached to it a little like cup that I can boil in. So I'm gonna get that set up and get this on its way so that it's ready to go, because I'm starving. All right, get this set up. There we go. This is like the heat shield. So if I had like a Trangia stove, gas stove, I could set this on the ground, put the Trangia stove inside of there, and then this would sit like that, and then that would basically do the thing. I don't really need that right now. Put that on there like that. Put the sharp objects away. This thing says open pouch at the tear point, obviously. Remove oxygen absorber. That'd be fucking wise. Carefully add 1 3/4 cup of water. Stir. Reopen pouch again and stir again and enjoy. Let stand for 10 minutes and then do all that stuff. Let's get this. Let's see here. All right. Well. Gonna be a shot in the dark. All right, while that thing cooks, I'm gonna set up the packable fire pit. Take a look at that. They weren't kidding. There's actual biscuits in there. Kind of hot. Yeah, all right. It's 8:25. It takes 10 minutes. So that's 8:35. Save that there. It's still early in the season. This area probably is pretty mosquito laden. Once the mosquitoes are done incubating. But I think they're still incubating. so I'm not sure how bad they'll be. Thus far, knock on wood. But I'm like hypersensitive, so everything that I feel, every hair on my body feels like a bug crawling. Ticks are a concern. There's been a heavy, pun intended, uptick in tick presence. They're running pretty heavy, and there's a new rumor going around. Depending on where you search, I've searched multiple search engines. Some of them confirm that the facts surrounding the rumor are true, but can't confirm that the rumor is true. And other, shall we say, more popular search engines seem to be trying to assuage anyone from feeling like it might be true. So nobody knows. I'm not one to take any chances, though. So there's things you can do to minimize your chances. One of them is not being out in the woods like this all the time and in tall grass. But I wear tan pants. The reason I wear tan pants is because it's real easy when you pass through some tall grass to look down at your pant legs, and if there's anything crawling on you, which is where a tick would be, is in the tall grass, you can see it. And being just aware of your general surroundings, and if you feel something crawling on you, check it. When you get done at the end of the day, check yourself for ticks. I'm going to be out here, I'm going to be in a truck first thing in the morning, so I probably won't be able to check myself for ticks, but I coat all of my equipment and my clothing. I think I did this shirt, I'm not positive, but I for sure did these pants with permethrin. And that keeps the ticks, it kills the ticks, they don't like it. It gives them what's referred to as hot foot. Ticks use their front legs to basically attach themselves to you as you go through the grass. So you got to be aware of the fact that there's a possibility that there could be ticks on you when you're in the woods, when you're in the grass. And there's a new, like I said, there's a new disease going around that they say is bioengineered by the very people who say that, if we could just get people to stop eating those pesky burgers and steaks, and that's exactly what the thing does. It's called alpha-gal. It makes it so that you don't, so that you're allergic to beef or meat byproducts, meat and dairy, hamburger, steaks, I think pork. There's like conflicting, like I said, I've looked on multiple different search engines, and the only thing that everyone can agree on is that you get it from the Lone Star tick, and that it possibly gives you an allergy that could last anywhere from 6 months to 2 years to a lifetime. There's a bunch of conflicting information. I'm continuing to dig into it. I'll report back when I am more certain of what it is that I'm, talking about. About that space cable. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the packable grill. Basically, this is a metal grill that you can set up that allows you to have a fire without putting a fire in the ground. Or I've also put barbecue briquettes in it, or lump coal or whatnot. So same difference, but it's pretty simple. You got the base that you set up, and then there is the actual container that you set. You build the fire inside of it, and you're good to go. So I'm going to set that up over here in front of the chair, so that way it's got some air above it, and will be out of the way of any other thing. Everything's pretty green, so I don't really think there's going to be any chance of anything catching on fire that I don't want to. I'm going to keep a really good eye on it. And the Smokey Bear sign said chances of fire, forest fires today are low. So there's that. Let's get this set up. I got sticks and twigs in my hair from running out to get pictures of the train. But I got the fire pit set up. It's about dinner time. Let's take a look in here. Not bad. It does taste like it could use a little bit more water though. So, before I get the rest of this button up, because we're losing light fast, I'll show you one of the other nifty devices that I got. I can't remember the name of the channel, but there was a guy that I was watching, does Jeep content, off-road. He had this little deal here. This is, I think it's called BougeRV, but he had one of these. I thought it was like the coolest thing. This is a light, so it's a flashlight on the end of here. I gotta hit this button here. There we go. Sorry. So it's a little light here, so you can use it as a flashlight like that. But what it does is it telescopes up, and you have one, or this basically sets up like this. It's got these three. You have yellow, red, and then, oh, you can add, that's brightness. So, and then it telescopes up, and it has tripod legs. And the tripod legs have holes, so if the ground isn't too stable, you can take the camping pegs for your tent and put them through it. So let's do this. Let's see here. And with little creative maneuvering, I have light. So it's pretty cool. And then later I can put it on red too, which I probably will. But I haven't heard that buggy in a while, so let's get to dinner. In answer to the mosquito question, yeah, they were just waiting for the sun to go down. So let's crack into this. It had some huge looking biscuits in there. So that's what it looks like. Lots of rice and some beans. Tastes like a chunk of bison. I wanted to show you. That's one of the biscuits in there. It's huge, bro. Ah. All right, so I'm sneaking out to see what my light profile looks like. This is what it looks like from my darkened position. We're gonna go out and take a look, see if I can't see my light. That's looking back at me. That's right next to it, so I don't see it. Well, it's pretty apparent if you're right here. I'll turn the red lights on when I go back in. But the fire. But I'm back away from the corner, so there's not going to be probably anybody right here looking at me. So I've done my homework, and I always do my homework. So I'm pretty well hidden behind me. Let's take a look straight at it. I'm gonna say we're okay for the fire, so I'm gonna go get back in and get the fire started. Okay, so I just walked back over here. I walked way out a ways and walked back over. That is where I came from. It's a parking lot. There's a couple cars there, lots of lights. I saw when all the lights came on. That's over there. So this is the reverse view of where I'm looking. So if someone was standing over there, this is what they would see. And those are all buildings. There's no windows on those buildings. So whoever came down here would have to very intentionally be looking for me over there or looking over there. There's not really any reason to look over there if you're driving on the road, yo. I hope you forgive me. I know it's not a camping video unless you see the wood processing montage, but trying to conserve battery on my camera. So let's officially make this a party. Yeah, nothing fancy, just a before it gets too late, dinner is done. We've had the Space Kitty. It's time to break into the pocket humidor. Have a ceremonial smoke for the end of the night. This is a Java by Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel's brand Drew Estates, which I didn't know until fairly recently that Drew Estates was actually a Rocky Patel brand. So I like Rocky Patel's. Good cigar. This is a mocha. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a square cut, a square pressed cigar. I like the square pressed cigars. They draw really nice. This has kind of a sweet wrapper on it. Very nice. That light boasts 96 hours. It's also a backup battery, so it's kind of a multi-purpose tool. It's like an area light, it's a flashlight, it's a backup battery, and no, that's it. Yeah. And I saw the guy on YouTube that had it, and I was like, that is such a cool light. I need one of those. And then I went looking for it. I tried to figure out what it was that he had. He didn't have a link in the description for it. I will put a link in the description so that way if you want to like go and find it, make it easier on you for you to go and find it. But there's multiple different brands. This one was the most highly rated one, so I got it, and I've had it like 6 months or so. That's how long I've had it, and it's just a phenomenal light. I really like it. I like the fact that I can change the color of it. That's part of the reason why, because he had it, and he had it like, I think he had it up on top of his Jeep, so it lit up a great big area. You can aim all 3 lights in one direction, or just have them aiming down. It's got like a little hook thingy on it, so you can hang it above you or whatever, and then, you know, but it extends out about, I'd say about 4 feet. Phenomenal light. 5 stars. Highly recommend. Probably should be facing the danger zone, so I can see if I see any flashlights coming out this way. They would need a flashlight to get out here. I need to keep an eye on my battery life. My battery's running low. According to the iWatch, it's 9:50. I was gonna say 9:30. It's 9:50, so it's almost 10 o'clock. Unheard of on a work night. But for you, I'll go the extra mile. Turn the big light out. This thing's just about gone. Beetles are seeing the lights and coming in here. The fire is going out. I'm gonna check it one last time before I pour the rest of that water on it. And then the next time you see me is I will be in the bivvy because it's late. I gotta get some sleep. Probably not going to get much sleep, but because I got to get up early. I got to be out of here before I got to be to work 4:30, so that means I got to get up at 4 here, so the sun won't be up yet, but it is what it is. So next time you see me, I'll be going to sleep. The sounds of the city. There's like a siren racing and it stopped. Well, it's about 67 degrees. It's still kind of warm. I'm probably going to take this jacket and use it. I got my thing over here. I brought like a quilt just in case. I think I'm going to use it as a pillow. So I think it's probably going to be kind of warm in here. Yeah, I don't know if I can sleep with all these cars. I'm not used to all this noise. My place is really, really quiet. And I'm used to camping in quiet places, so. Okay, well. I gotta get to sleep because I gotta get up in about 4 hours. So I'll see you when I'm leaving. Morning, everybody. Forgot how hot these things were. Gotta get up and wrap this thing up. Okay, all wrapped up. Yeah. Oh, I just gotta pick up the light. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor. It really helps if you hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.